there. I'm Dave Despain, but who cares about that when Kasey Kahne is here, right? Live, in person, ready to chat you up. Welcome back to the show, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
You ran the big 4th of July race at Daytona last night. Pretty racy, up close to the front all night. One little problem that we'll take a look at here, you kind of got into a little bump thing with Junior that left you smoking a little bit with some tire rub. I thought sure you were going to wreck. I mean, there was no doubt in my mind you were going to wreck, and all those guys trying to get around you, I think, thought you were going to wreck too. What was going through your mind?
Man, at that point in time, I was just hoping that the tire rub would go away, because it was dragging the motor down and everything. It was kind of slowing the car up, and I was just hoping it would go away.
Rubbing enough that the car slows down.
Yeah, well, you know, those tracks are so, you know, make sure everything's rolling, make sure the engine's run really strong, sensitive. And yeah, so it slowed down. And as soon as the rub went away, it quit smoking. I got going again, the speed came back, and we started making our way back up there until the next wreck happened.
Fixed it, passed a whole bunch of cars. Well, we'll get to the next one. You didn't crash, you made it to the finish, which was, imagine this, controversial. Why is that? Well, leader Kyle Busch brings him down oh so slowly to the green-white checker, and then Jeff Gordon spins out, trying to block Carl Edwards. This was after Jeff had led a lot of laps in the race. So, is that going to draw the caution, end the race? No. This is the wreck that ends the caution. If you look up at the front, you'll see that Kyle is just a little bit in front of Edwards, and so he is the winner when they froze the field, his 6th victory of the year. You were in the eye of the storm. You're behind, what was it, Boyer and Reagan, and they get to wreck it, except they didn't wreck. They all wrecked behind you. Tell me what you saw, and we'll see the video and see where you were.
I saw an opening in the middle of all the cars, and that's where I kept going from about 3 laps prior to that, and just kept coming up through there. And right at this point, I'm thinking, oh, I'm in a wreck. But I never lifted, and then you can see we just kind of get right by Junior there, and ended up 7th. So it worked out perfect. But you know, you just hold your foot down and hope you're not in the wreck at that point of the race.
Yeah, at any point of it. I mean, actually, the first part of it.
Right, at any point, yeah.
Yeah, you're just glad to get out of there alive. We're going to get to the rest of the hot topics in a moment. Here is a topic that has a lot of tunnel heads. Hot. Comes in the form of an email, and it says, please explain the difference between last night's race when NASCAR froze the field and the 07 Daytona 500 when they let them race back to the checkered flag. Had they thrown the caution in 07, Mark Martin would have won. I'm upset with NASCAR for not being consistent. That's signed Ginny in Pennsylvania. For what it's worth, we did hear from folks who think that NASCAR wants Kyle Busch's Toyota to win every week. Do the drivers believe that NASCAR plays favorites and is inconsistent?
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of different circumstances that they look at. And last night, with all those cars sitting in turn 1, we would have taken the checkered flag and then had to slow